What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Spread the Positive podcast. I am your host, Trent Denson, founder of Spread the Positive and STP Productions, where our mission is to bring light to what's going right and to showcase and facilitate efforts that are making a positive impact in our local communities and beyond. Be sure to check us out, spreadthepositive.net. And also, if you're looking to get involved with the STP Podcast Network, please reach out and just check out all the amazing shows that are on the network. We continue to grow. We continue to build. Be part of the solution. Be part of what's going right. Welcome to the show. This episode of the Spread the Positive podcast is brought to you by the 1200 Club supporters. Huge shout out to our good friends, Mary Fugit with Gateway Title. For all of your real estate closing needs, be sure to hit up Mary over at Gateway Title. The team at Gateway is second to none, and we highly recommend them for all of your real estate transactions, refinancing needs, and anything of the sort. Please check them out. Huge thank you to Mary. As always, we love you. Casey Broach with KK Fitness Training. Casey is a personal trainer on the Faster Way app. She has actually gone through the Faster Way herself. This app has a crazy proven track record of helping people get to their fitness goals quicker with a healthier approach, and it's changing people's lives around the country and around the world. Casey is killing it in this area. She is passionate about helping people. She's done it herself, she believes in it, and she can walk you through this entire process. So be sure to check out at KK Fitness Training on Instagram, and you can reach out to her via email, kkfitnesstraining@gmail.com. Big shout out to you, Casey. Keep killing it. We appreciate your continued support of the 1200 Club here at Spread the Positive. Thank you so much. Last but not least, this episode is brought to you by Pete Adams and Travis Swan over at Adams & Swan. Adams & Swan is your local advertising and digital marketing company that uses a results-driven approach to small and medium business revenue growth. They develop a custom strategy that is specific to your business and create dynamic advertising and digital marketing campaigns that deliver new clients and customers. Check them out at adamsandswan.com. Big shout out to my guys, Pete and Travis. Thank you for the support, guys. Means so much. Can't wait to have you in. Y'all be sure to check them out. adamsandswan.com.
Hey, my name is Brian Nell. I'm a mortgage loan officer with Primis Mortgage. I want to tell you that I absolutely love being a member of the Spread the Positive Network. It's such a great mission and helps bring so much positivity to our community. It's truly be a pleasure to be a part of what they do. There are a lot of ways to navigate financing a home, and in markets like this, having the advice of a trusted local professional is key to making sure you get the right advice for your specific circumstances. Whether you're interested in the purchase of a new home, second home, or have a need for a refinance, I'd love to earn your trust. If I can help you nail your mortgage, call me at 615-243-3976 or visit nailyourmortgage.com.
Primis Mortgage is a subsidiary of Primis Bank, a member FDIC, equal housing opportunity. As always, all loans are subject to approval. Primis Mortgage, NMLS number 1894879.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Spread the Positive podcast. I'm your host, Trent Denson, as always. Got a special guest with us today, Mr. David Stockton with Second Harvest Food Bank. How we doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I appreciate you coming in. We've been talking about doing this for a minute, and Second Harvest is a repeat offender on the pod. Taylor Loyal was one of the early pods, so shout out to Taylor as always. So you basically took his position.
I transitioned into that role as he transitioned over to working with Dow Smith and doing his thing over there.
I love it. Well, I need your backstory, man. Take us. I like to take it back to early passions, childhood, kind of where you grew up, what shaped the greatness that is the David of today, man.
Well, I don't know about the greatness, but I'm born and raised here in Middle Tennessee.
Okay.
Grew up in a little town just north of Cookeville, Livingston, Tennessee.
Okay, all right.
Went to Livingston Academy for high school, and once I graduated there, went to Tennessee Tech.
Okay.
While I was at Tennessee Tech, I got my degree in sociology, but the reason I got my degree in sociology was that I had felt a calling to go into ministry.
Okay.
When I was in high school, so that was still a passion of mine. And when I graduated from Tennessee Tech in May of 2004, and I started serving my first 2 churches in the United Methodist Church.
Okay.
Like 2 or 3 weeks later. Then in September, I started pursuing my Master's of Divinity degree at Asbury Theological Seminary in Wilmore, Kentucky.
Wow.
Which was a unique experience because I was in Wilmore, Kentucky, which is just south of Lexington.
Okay.
I would be up
My
there.
Kentucky geography's terrible. So.
Okay. It's about as far south of Lexington as Murfreesboro is to Nashville.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay. That's a good.
So I would be up there like Monday through Thursday going to school, and then I would be back in the Cookeville area Friday, Saturday, Sunday, pastoring 2 churches.
Jeez.
Who were they were 2 congregations I did not deserve, full of just amazing, loving, patient, kind people that
That's amazing.
Overlooked a 20-something who didn't know what he didn't know, and just walked with me. And like I said, were just gracious and kind beyond anything I deserved.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So ministry early on.
Yeah. So I was, serving those churches for 5 years, then went to serve a church up in Robertson County, north of Nashville. Was there for 3 years. Then from there went to a church down in Coffee County.
Wow.
Was there for 3 years, and then at Blackman United Methodist Church here in Murfreesboro for almost 8 years.
Wow. And you're still there?
No.
Okay.
Let's see, April of 22, stepped away from ministry in the church and took some time off. And shout out to Beatty Farms and Brandon Witt, who they were church members of mine at Blackman, and I just needed something to do for a couple of months while I figured out what was next. And they let me sell some strawberries out there for a couple of months, and then
just a little regroup time.
Yeah, just a regroup, and that's when Taylor Loyal stepped onto the scene.
Oh man, what a guy! So talk to us about that. How did that go down?
So the first cup of coffee I had with anybody after stepping away from the church was Taylor.
Yeah.
And I was just curious what it was like to work for a nonprofit. Taylor and I had worked together because the church, Blackman, had funded a couple of mobile pantries with Greenhouse Ministries and volunteered. So I was kind of familiar. We were actually in the process, the church was in the process of becoming a partner agency for Second Harvest. In like February of 2020. And then like the world ended.
That time.
That happened. So we had to kind of abandon that. But I still knew Taylor, was still friends with him. And I just reached out and said, hey, like, love to get some coffee. Hear what it's like to work for a nonprofit. And then he got, we talked, had a great conversation, said he'd keep his eyes and ears open for opportunities. And then I think it was about a month later, he reached out and said, hey, I've got an opportunity. And I applied, and
the rest is history.
The rest is history. So here we are.
So that's going on 3 years?
Yeah, it'll be 3 years. I started 3 years. It'll be 3 years in August.
Okay. And how's it been?
It's been great.
Yeah.
I love working for Second Harvest. One of my passions had always been, even back pastoring churches, one of my passions was food insecurity.
Yeah.
I mean, every church that I had pastored, we had either we like grew a food ministry, or we started a food ministry of some kind. So stepping into an organization who just does, I think, an amazing job.
Yeah, for sure.
There's been a lot to learn, and even 2.5 years in, I don't know all there is to know about this organization. I think if I said that if I said that I did know everything, our CEO would wonder, like, how did you learn everything? And can you teach the rest of us?
Yeah, right.
So yeah, it's a great organization.
That's amazing. It really is, man. Like we've been involved, or going back to Taylor days and done some volunteering over there with MYP and other groups, and done some of the mobile pantries and all the stuff that y'all do. It's incredible. Yeah. I mean, I was telling you off mic, like, I can't wait to hear the latest stats.
Yeah.
I mean, it's staggering numbers, like insane numbers that y'all do, and all the people y'all serve, and honestly, just the people that need it, man. Like that's what's heartbreaking at the same time. But talk to us, man. Tell us the latest and greatest.
Well, first of all, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you for your support and all the groups you've been a part of that have supported Second Harvest. Because, I mean, the reality is we couldn't make the impact that we make without partners like you.
Yeah.
And just kind of, for those that may not be as familiar with Second Harvest, our mission as an organization is to nourish and empower people so they can thrive. And our goal as an organization is to create community where no one is food insecure and zero food is wasted.
Wow.
So that's a big mission. That's a big goal. And we carry that mission and goal out across 46 counties.
Wow.
Which is one thing that a lot of people don't realize.
Right.
Is that we cover all of Middle Tennessee and even a little bit into West Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And I put it into the context of there are 95 counties in the state of Tennessee, and we service 46 of them.
Right.
So we're servicing basically half the state of Tennessee. Right.
Insane.
And we are a part of the Feeding America network, which is one of the largest human services nonprofits in the country. Mm-hmm. It's a network that literally covers every county in the country.
Wow.
So we're a part of that network. We're one of the largest and most comprehensive food banks in that network. And there are 5 Feeding America food banks in the state. There's us, obviously. There's the Mid-South Food Bank in Memphis, one in Chattanooga, Second Harvest of East Tennessee in Knoxville, and then Second Harvest of Northeast Tennessee up in the Tri-Cities.
Okay.
So there's 5 of us Feeding America food banks.
Wow.
And so within our 46 counties, we're doing our best to carry out our mission. And within our 46 county service area, Feeding America studies show that there's about a little over 409,000 food insecure people.
Wow.
Which to help define food insecurity, it's essentially not knowing where your next meal's coming from, or not having access to the food that someone needs to thrive, and to just not having access to the food they need.
Yeah.
So 410,000 people don't know where their next meal is coming from. Jeez. And the shocking thing of that is that of those 410,000, 108,000 are children.
Jeez. Oh man. Yeah, that's awful. I mean, that's why you got a job.
Yeah.
But man, that breaks my heart.
Yeah. It's I think since the pandemic, people's idea of food insecurity has changed.
Yeah.
That it's not just unhoused individuals. It's not just people who are lazy and can't find a job and can't, make money to buy food. Food insecurity's changed in that it's employed, hardworking, good people that are just struggling.
Yeah.
That that for whatever reason, paycheck's not going as far as it used to go, and or unexpected bill comes up, and it could be, got to fix the car, got to, buy medicine, got to do something like that, and it's taking up that income, and they're left with a hard decision.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of children, which I'm the father of two 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
And a lot of their classmates they're even left with difficult decisions. Do they eat, or do brother and sister eat?
Jeez.
Or something like that. So that's one of the heartbreaking things about what we do, is seeing what that need looks like.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Man, that's yeah. Yeah, so how can people support? How can people get involved?
Yeah.
Huge shout out to the newest member of the STP 1200 Club, Mr. Sean Moran with Red Barn Financial. Are you seeking a financial advisor who shares your values? Sean Moran at Red Barn Financial offers faith-based financial guidance. We'll help you make sound financial decisions that align with your Christian beliefs. Call Sean today at 615-619-6919 for more information. Big thank you to you, Sean, for supporting the 1200 Club. Be sure to reach out to Sean. He is amazing at what he does and an amazing resource for all things financial advising. Thanks again, Sean. Get involved.
Yeah, I always tell people the best ways to get involved with Second Harvest is time, food, and funds.
Yeah.
Here locally in Rutherford County, just to kind of go back and talk a little bit more about the need. I talked about 410,000 people in our service area, but over 39,000 of those people live right here in Rutherford County.
Wow.
So what, 9% of food insecure people live here in Rutherford County.
Jeez.
And of those 39,000, 11,200 of them are children.
Wow.
And so when you talk about need, and one of the things that we try to do as an organization is, if someone wants to support a county, whether time, food, mainly with food and funds, we try our best to support that county. Okay. Because we have a network across our service area of about 425 partner agencies. And here in Rutherford County, we've got a network of about 22 partner agencies. Okay. Partner agencies: Nourish Food Bank, Greenhouse Ministries, several churches, nice. Salvation Army, and what those partner agencies help us do is they're the ones that are really getting food into the hands of our neighbors facing hunger.
Right.
So we might collect it, organize it, the food that is, collect it, organize it, and then we get it to them, and then they're the ones that are doing the amazing day in, day out work of right. providing food.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if a church here in Rutherford County or a business, something like that, if they want to do a food drive to support Second Harvest, we want to make sure that stays here in Rutherford County, right. supporting local. And that, as I talked about, that need is obviously there.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, one of the things that, or the things that someone can do is time, food, and funds, which is,
funds, yep.
Volunteering. We have our Smyrna distribution facility up off of Almaville Road in Smyrna. We're about to go from 2 weeks of volunteer shifts to 3 weeks of volunteer shifts. So there'll be some more opportunities to get involved.
Nice.
But I think if you talk to people, talk to you as you volunteered, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a 2.5 hour shift that goes super quick.
You're moving.
Yeah. Our volunteer engagement team, they do a great job to make it as efficient and fun as possible.
Yep.
Usually got a great playlist of,
tunes are on point.
Yeah. So just to keep things moving.
Yeah.
So that's one way. And if someone wants to journey up I-24 to our main facility in Metro Center, you can do that as well.
I've never been there.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's crazy.
And then we have an amazing facility out in Benton County in Camden. I want to give a shout out to that facility.
Okay.
They have one of the unique programs in our organizations called Project Grow. Back several years ago, Benton County donated 23 acres to Second Harvest to put a distribution facility to service 10, 12 counties in West Tennessee.
Nice.
And our building sits on, I think, like 4 acres of that. And over the past few years, my colleague out there, Donna Vick, and her team have been doing an amazing job to prepare that most of the rest of those acres to be a large garden / small farm.
Oh, wow.
And I think we're about to start our third season of growing.
That's
and
cool.
It's designed to obviously grow produce to help feed our neighbors facing hunger, but it's also an educational opportunity. We've been partnering with TSU, UT Ag Extension.
Nice.
UT Martin's not far up the road.
Right.
Working with them. Also, local high schools have been, they've been helping, grow seedlings, helping build raised beds to grow. So it's multifaceted.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 hours away, and it can be it's a long drive to get out there.
Sure.
So I don't talk about volunteering there much, but I do want to give that.
Yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I typically talk about volunteering in Smyrna or in Nashville for around here. So that's the volunteer component. Talked a little bit about the food drive earlier of collecting food.
Yeah. Isn't it, what's the number though? If, like $1 goes.
Yeah. So that's that's the funds component.
Okay. Talk to us about that.
Yeah. So with Second Harvest, because of food donations and things like that, $1 is 4 meals.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
Tough to compete with.
Yeah. It is.
Give some money.
Yeah. And so
Food's
$1
great,
equals
yeah.
4 meals.
Yeah.
And then I think the surprising statistic, and maybe the shocking statistic, is that 96 cents of every dollar you donate to Second Harvest puts food into the hands of our neighbors facing hunger.
Yeah.
So we're not paying, a CEO's salary or anything like that.
Yeah. 96 cents.
96 cents.
Wow.
And I'm a fundraiser. My title is Donor Relationships Manager. My primary role is fundraising. So I always hate to emphasize the fundraising part.
But you got to.
We got to.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons that the funds component is important is because it's one thing to get food into the hands of our neighbors facing hunger, and it's a different thing to get the right food.
100%.
If we can, it's great to give somebody a can of green beans, or a can of corn, but if we can give them a bag of fresh green beans or fresh corn,
Yep.
and help them, they may not know how to prepare it, give them information on how to prepare it. As an organization last year, we distributed almost 48 million pounds of food.
Jeez. There's those numbers.
Yeah, that's the shocking. So
48 million pounds.
Yes.
Wow.
But the surprising thing is that almost 16 million of those pounds were fresh.
Oh, wow.
So our goal as an organization right now is that a third of what we distribute is fresh. Our goal over the next few years it's a big one, but it's that half of what we distribute will be fresh.
Wow.
So like I said, it's a big goal, but the funds component allows us, because as great as the food donations are, it's only about half of what we need to provide enough food resources. So we have to purchase food, and a lot of that it's fresh produce, it's proteins, it's things like that and it's even culturally responsive stuff. With immigrant populations here locally, to honor them, we want to offer them things that they're familiar with.
Right.
So we need to purchase those types of things. So the financial support allows us to get the right food into the right hands at the right time.
Love that.
So it's so we need that.
Yeah.
And the funds also help us do things like our grocery rescue, or our what are we calling it now? Our food rescue.
Okay. Not familiar.
It's anywhere you buy groceries, we have relationships with wherever, and those grocery stores typically set aside food that our transportation team goes around and picks up.
Nice.
So I think they're here in Rutherford County on Wednesday, going around to all your usual suspects and rescuing the food.
Nice.
And that's really important here in Rutherford County, because last year we rescued about 2.8 million pounds of food, and we kept it out of the Middle Point landfill.
Dude, 2.8 million pounds?
2.8 million pounds.
Jeez.
That's, and to help kind of flesh that out a little bit, grocery stores have things that maybe just beyond their like best by date, but still perfectly good.
Yeah.
Like I said, they set it aside and we pick it up, we organize it, sort it, get it out back into the community.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's incredible.
I know the landfill conversation's always a hot topic,
hot button topic, always. Yeah.
So we, as an organization, are trying our best to. I think last year, as an organization, we rescued about 19 million pounds of food.
Unbelievable.
So imagine how much of that would have ended up in our landfill in Rutherford County.
Yeah, unbelievable. 19 million pounds. That's insane.
Yeah, I think that's. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but so the funds goes to support even the transportation. Something that a lot of people don't think about is the logistics and transportation behind keeping all of that food out of keeping it from being thrown away, and just
that's crazy.
So
food, funds, and time, food, and funds. But yeah, get involved. It's fun. There's a lot of ways, and obviously the 4 meals for $1, that always gets me. Yeah. Like, that's just wild. Like, yeah. I mean, $20 is what is that?
Yeah. 20 bucks is 80 meals.
80 meals.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And that's one of the unique things is that no gift
is too small.
It's too small.
Yeah.
If it's $5 is 20 meals.
Yeah.
To put a statistic into people's heads, the cost per meal per person in Rutherford County went from, according to Feeding America, $3.78 a meal to $4.21 a meal, which is 43 cents a meal.
Yeah. Which
doesn't sound like a lot, but for a family of 4,
that adds up.
Over the course of a week, that's over $36 a week. And if you're not sure where you're going to get the money to keep your lights on or to make sure that your kid has an extracurricular activity to be a part of. That $36 can be a lot. So what, providing $9 to Second Harvest, you know, that provides 36 meals.
Yep.
Like so there's no gift too small, definitely no gift too large.
Right.
We work with partners to quadruple that impact because obviously the need's there.
Right. Well, that's amazing. Always love hearing the latest numbers and statistics and all the stuff that y'all are doing, man. It's super inspiring, and
Thank you.
Just appreciate the work that y'all are doing. And it's always an honor to have you in and be able to shout out all the great work being done at Second Harvest. Where can people find you?
So I'm on all your regular social media platforms, anything like that. One other quick kind of shout out is for anybody who needs help. You may not know where to go.
Sure.
Anybody who needs help, or if you know somebody who needs help, go to secondharvestmidtn.org.
Okay.
And we have a find a food link, which if you're not here in Rutherford County, if you're in Cannon County or Sumner County, wherever you might be, you might find yourself, you can go in anywhere in our 46 counties, put in your zip code, and it will give you a list of all of our partner agencies, kind of what distributions they do, when they do them, things like that. So if you ever find yourself in need of food help,
sure,
secondharvestmidtn.org.
Got you. Beautiful. secondharvestmidtn.org. Be sure to check them out. Any last thoughts? Anything you want to leave the people with?
No, I mean, I'm a former pastor, so I've always got some thoughts on things. But just get involved, in some way. And if we'd love for it to be with Second Harvest, but there's such a huge need in this county for a variety of things, and even beyond this county, into this Middle Tennessee, kind of greater Nashville area. Find a way to get involved. Find a way, to kind of steal your thing. Find a way to spread the positive.
Come on, man. That's what we're doing here.
Whether it's food insecurity, if it's working with our unhoused neighbors, if it's domestic violence, if it's something like that, find a way, figure out what you're passionate about, and then find a way to get involved, because I know that there are organizations here in town that need your help. Like I said, love for it to be with Second Harvest, but find a way to, again, spread the positive.
I love it. What do they say? The best antidepressant is like volunteering.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just find a way.
There's a lot of science behind that.
Absolutely. So just find that
way. The best way to
get
get out of your own head is to go serve somebody, man.
Absolutely.
So I love that. Well, David, thank you for your time, man. Thank you for all the work you're doing. And y'all be sure to check out secondharvestmidtn.org. Get involved, come volunteer, do all the things. But until next time, man, we'll talk then.
Yeah, love it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Spread the Positive podcast. For more information about all the things we got going here at Spread the Positive, please check us out, spreadthepositive.net. Get involved with our underwriting, advertising, sponsorship program. Start a podcast, or if you just want to support the mission, reach out on spreadthepositive.net or any of our social media handles at spreadthepositive. Look forward to connecting with y'all and giving y'all another fire episode on the next one. Thank you, and we will see you then. Let's go.